Welcome to Myre, where we uncover the hidden stories of our world. Every single day, millions of videos go viral. Millions of people laugh, learn, shop, and spend hours scrolling through their phones. Yet almost none of that content ever reaches the rest of the world. It's happening inside China. While billions of people open YouTube, Google, Instagram, or X without thinking twice, China has spent decades building something completely different, a separate digital world, different apps, different creators, different trends, and in many ways, a completely different online culture. At first, that sounds impossible. How can over 1 billion people live without many of the websites that dominate the global internet? The answer is more fascinating than most people realize. This isn't just a story about blocked websites. It's a story about innovation, technology, business, in a digital ecosystem unlike any other on Earth. In this documentary, we're going inside China's hidden internet to discover how it works, why it developed differently, and what the rest of the world can learn from it. It wasn't always this way. In the early days of the internet, people in China could access many of the same websites the rest of the world used. But as the internet grew more powerful, so did its influence. It became more than a place to search for information. It became a place where people shared ideas, built businesses, consumed entertainment, and shaped public opinion. China saw something that many countries didn't. The internet wasn't just another invention. It was becoming one of the most powerful technologies in human history. Instead of depending entirely on foreign platforms, China gradually invested in building its own digital ecosystem. Companies began creating local alternatives designed specifically for Chinese users. Search engines, video platforms, messaging apps, online shopping, digital payments. Everything people needed could exist within one connected ecosystem. Over time, those platforms grew into some of the largest technology companies on Earth. Today, hundreds of millions of people use them every single day, often without ever needing the global services that many of us think of as essential. And that's where the story becomes even more interesting. If YouTube isn't the center of online entertainment in China, what do more than 1 billion people watch instead? The answer surprises almost everyone. Instead of copying Western platforms, China built its own. One of the biggest is Douyin, the original version of what the rest of the world knows as TikTok. While TikTok became a global phenomenon, Douyin evolved separately inside China, with features designed for local users. But that's only the beginning. Millions of people also use platforms like Bilibili, a community famous for animation, gaming, documentaries, science, and long-form content. Others spend hours every day on Kuaishou, where ordinary people share daily life, local culture, and live broadcasts watched by millions. And perhaps the most powerful platform of all is WeChat. Calling it a messaging app doesn't even come close. People use it to chat with friends, pay for groceries, book appointments, order food, shop online, even access many everyday services. Imagine combining WhatsApp, PayPal, Instagram, Uber, Amazon, and your digital wallet into a single app. That's the level of integration many users experience. For people living in China, this isn't unusual. It's simply everyday life. So, why did China choose a different path? The answer isn't as simple as many people think. As the internet expanded across the world, governments, businesses, and technology companies all realized the same thing. The internet wasn't just changing communication, it was changing economies. It was changing education, it was changing entertainment, and it was becoming one of the most powerful forces in modern society. Over the years, China encouraged the growth of domestic technology companies that could provide services tailored to local users. Those companies invested heavily in innovation. They built faster payment systems, smarter shopping platforms, powerful video apps, and digital services designed to work together. Instead of using separate apps for everything, many people could complete much of their daily life within a connected digital ecosystem. Ordering food, paying bills, booking transportation, shopping online, watching videos, and communicating with family and friends. All became part of one highly connected digital experience. Today, that ecosystem is one of the largest and most technologically advanced in the world. and its influence continues to grow every year. Here's what surprises most people. In many parts of the world, we use different apps for different tasks. One app for messaging, another for shopping, another for watching videos, another for paying bills, and another for ordering food. But in China, many digital services are designed to work together. A single app can become part of your everyday routine from the moment you wake up until you go to sleep. You can message your friends, buy your morning coffee, pay at a local store, schedule an appointment, order dinner, watch videos, and even join a live shopping event without constantly switching between different platforms. This level of integration has changed how millions of people interact with technology every day. For younger generations, it's simply the normal way to live. And because these platforms continue to evolve, new features appear at an incredible speed. What feels futuristic in many countries may already be part of everyday life somewhere in China. So, what does all of this mean? Is China's digital ecosystem completely unique? Or could it offer a glimpse of where technology is heading? Around the world, digital services are becoming more connected every year. Artificial intelligence is changing how we work. Mobile payments continue to grow. Online shopping is becoming faster. And smart devices are becoming part of everyday life. In many ways, these global trends are moving toward greater integration. China's digital platforms developed along their own path, shaped by local technology companies, user preferences, and regulations. That doesn't mean every country will follow the same model, but it does show how different approaches can produce very different digital experiences. Today, billions of people around the world rely on the internet every day. Yet the way they experience it can be surprisingly different depending on where they live. The internet often feels like one global network, but in reality, it has many different versions, different platforms, different habits, different cultures, and different ways of connecting people. For many of us, the internet feels universal. We assume that everyone watches the same videos, uses the same apps, follows the same trends, and experiences the same online world. But China reminds us that this isn't always true. More than 1 billion people have built, adapted to, and grown within a digital ecosystem that developed along its own path. Different platforms, different creators, different innovations, yet the same human desire to connect, to create, to learn, and to share ideas. Whether you find it fascinating, surprising, or completely unexpected. One thing is certain, the internet is far more diverse than most people imagine. And as technology continues to evolve, the digital worlds we live in may become even more different in the years ahead. So the next time you open your favorite app, remember this, somewhere on the other side of the world, more than 1 billion people are opening completely different ones. And that might be one of the most fascinating stories of the modern internet. Thanks for watching.